Okay, let's talk about Trump and these Epstein files, man. Before we pass judgment, what is he in the files doing? Because just because he in the files don't mean nothing. He been Jeffrey Epstein's friend. They supposedly, allegedly, they broke off their friendship on a real estate deal. So that don't got nothing to do with foul play. I mean, it ain't saying what he done. It's a whole lot of people in these files. But let's find out what they done before we start passing judgment. Say, oh, yeah, I told you and all that. Because a fool is the only one that go off and say, man, I told you, and you don't got the facts. It's innocent until proven guilty in some situations. But as a Trump supporter, I want to see what he did before I say, okay, well, he don't have my support no more. He's a bad guy, or he's a good guy, or he did this, or that wasn't cool, or I'm against this and this and that. Let's do that. I can't just turn my back and say, oh, yeah, Trump is in them files, so he was doing X, Y, and Z. No, sir. No, sir. It's two sides to every street. One that go this way and one that go that way, period. So if maybe he could have did it, or maybe he didn't do it, period, point blank. I tell everybody, I tell my mama, my kids, I teach everybody to stop thinking one way. Don't just convict somebody and say, oh, yeah, he ran into that car, and you ain't even seen his car nowhere around that car, period. You can't say somebody did something until you see him doing or you have the evidence. We need to have the evidence. Okay, so if he's in that file, if he's in them files, what was he doing? It's just like a regular indictment with a whole bunch of players in the indictment. Okay, so they just indicted 30 people. That's all I'm saying is let's keep an even playing field. Let's keep an even playing field. And we got to prove things. I got a shirt that say, "Oh yeah, prove it." That's all I want you to do is prove it. If he in them files doing what? Once you say he's in them files and he's doing X, Y, and Z, that's when I'll pull my support back. I can't say I'm finna pull my support back for Trump just because he's in some files. He could have been in the files doing it. He could have been doing a handshake. He could have been at the coffee shop, in a limousine, in a day room, a conference room, at a house. He could have been doing anything with Epstein. They was doing real estate deals. Trump is a builder. He's a real estate tycoon. They could have been doing deals. So automatically, if the FBI is watching anybody, they're gonna jot down and put who's in contact, whoever you was in contact with. They're gonna put it in the indictment. So if he was really a player, they would have went and got him, I think. But nevertheless, he could have done it or he couldn't have done it. That's just how I look at it. I got to see it unfold. Let it unfold, and then we going to know the truth. How about that? Because I could say you was over my granny house and you did X, Y, and Z at my granny house. But guess what? We got to prove that. We got to prove that. Just like with any brother, like when people go to jail, the district attorney got to prove what they was doing. Just like the Diddy case, they overreached and charged him with a RICO. How are you charging one man with a RICO? A RICO is something that multiple people get in trouble for. Multiple people is working. You didn't do that. You didn't prove that. So that's why we got to say, they say Trump in the files. Okay, well, let's prove what he did. Tell me what he did before I pull my support back. Before I say I knew it and all that. And, oh, man, before I go crazy, let's just prove. I want to know what he done. That's all I want to know. If he was doing something, if he was doing some unjust conduct, then I'll pull my support back. I'll pull my support back. If he was doing something that wasn't nobody supposed to be doing, then I'll pull my support back. But until then, y'all got to show me what he did. I can't go on what you say. Oh, yeah, Trump did. Trump is in the files and all. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. I really don't want to hear none of that. I just want to hear the truth. I want to get down to the bottom of it. Why was he in this file? Where was he at when he was in these files? Where did y'all observe him when y'all put him in these files? The FBI got to keep it 1,000 while. The stuff is out right now. Ain't no hide, nothing. Everything is out. Pam Bondi done put things out there. She supposedly, allegedly told the president, okay, you in this situation, man. You on this list, man. What's happening? So now we got to see what he on the list for. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying he on the list. I'm not trying to take up for nobody. I can only defend myself and my kids. That's it. That's all I'm here to defend. But one thing I'm not going to do is be a follower. That's why I jumped out the Democratic Party, because I noticed a lot of my friends that was following the Democrat, they was following because my homeboy or their mama, their grandmama, their daddy was a Democrat, so they automatically voted Democrat. They did that without doing no research. No, we got to do research. My mentor taught me to do research. Before you make a decision on anything, do research. Before you go over there and talk about them people behind their back, do research. Before you convict that person of doing something, do research. Before you think they done something, do research. Before you stop being their friend because of something was said about them, do research. That's all I'm saying. Do research. Period. Trump might have did something. Trump might not have done something. But let's do the research and see what he did before we start saying, oh, yeah, I told you, man. And that's followers mentality. Ain't nothing about me a follower. I am a leader by far. I teach kids to be leaders. I teach my kids to be leaders. I teach everybody around me to be a leader. Why? Because that's what I was taught. My uncle, my grandfather, my mentor taught me to be a leader, period. Leaders don't let people really make decisions for them. Leaders listen to everything around them and then they make the decision. I'm going to say it one more time. Leaders don't make decisions on what somebody tells them. Leaders listen to everybody around them and then they make a decision. They make a decision. Leaders make decisions, period, point blank. Ain't no cookie coding, the frost coding that. We're going to be real with this thing. You have to be a leader when you're thinking about something. Why do you support the Democratic Party? What's the reason? Why was you voting Kamala Harris? I told people, name one thing that Kamala Harris has done to earn your support. Nobody ever answered that question. I done asked over 50 people the same thing. And this little white kid named Nick Shirley did the same thing on YouTube. He went around asking people, why do you support Kamala Harris? Name one thing she done to earn your support. Negative. But when people ask me, well, why do you support Trump? Name one thing he's done. Prison reform for black people. He's permanently funded HBCU colleges so they don't have to come down every year and ask for money. He permanently did that. He let my homeboy Corvain Cooper out of federal penitentiary that had life. And then he let a host of Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, the Detroit mayor, Harry O, people that's been overseas. He just let the lady out and pardoned her and gave her a job in the White House as the pardon czar. Go look for people who's been over sentenced and let them out. A black lady. He has done more for the black community than any president has ever done. So that's why I gotta support him. That's why we can't take that back. You can't erase that. You can't cover that up. Trump has done what he done. Everybody say, oh yeah, Trump said it himself. He done more for the black community than Abraham Lincoln. I beg to differ. I feel like Trump did more for the black community because he ain't asked nothing from us. He did something and didn't ask nothing from us. Abraham Lincoln actually freed the slaves because he needed help in the war. So there you have it. I'm going to say it again. Abraham Lincoln, he freed the slaves. He did a big deal, but he needed help with the war. All he did was made the slaves free so he could get some help in the war. Bingo. If you get any value from this video, please like, follow, and subscribe. Like, follow, and subscribe. It don't cost a dime to like, follow, and subscribe. If you can't subscribe, I understand that too. But please, if you don't mind, hit that like button on this video. It helps the video circulate in the YouTube atmosphere. People can like it, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment on it, share it, like it, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they can judge, they can make judgment, they can pass judgment on my video. I appreciate it. Good comments and bad comments. I appreciate all of them, man. I appreciate all of them. Thanks to all my likers, my followers, my viewers, my commenters, all y'all. I love all y'all. Keep doing it. My channel moving slow. We going up though.